All right, we'll be looking at the solution for this particular question. Now, if you look at this particular question very carefully, we take it part by part. So let's assume that this is the left-hand side and this is the right-hand side. So what do we do now? Look at this very carefully. You observe that this looks like the power law of logarithm. So what did I say we'll do in power law of logarithm? I said the first thing to do is that the power will have to come forward to the front of the log. So if this 2 comes forward to the front of the log, what do we have? We have 2 log. What will remain here is what? Base A and E. And we have this is minus. So this is what? This is 4 log A brackets. Now these in under indices, this inverse, it can be written as what? A raised to power minus 1. So this is what we have. So now looking at this very carefully, we said logarithm of the same base is 1. That's any log that the base is the same with the log, it will give you 1. So it means log AA is equal to 1. So we have 2 bracket 1 minus, what do we have here? This is 4. Now remember that if you use power law now, this minus 1 will have to come to the front of the log. So this will be what? Times minus 1. Then you now have what? Log A remaining. So now if you say 2 times 1, you have 2 minus. This is a minus 1 times minus 4. That will give us plus. I will have plus 4. So what do we have here? Remember we said logarithm of the same base is what? Is 1. So what do we have here? We simply have this is equal to, what do we have here? This is 2 plus 4 times 1 will give me what? 4. So what do we have? 2 plus 4 is equal to what? That's equal to 6. So 6 is the answer for this particular question. So number 2 question, we'll be looking at log 2 log 16 base 2 log 16 base 2 equal to what? X. Now, solution for this particular question, how do we solve this kind of question? Well, first of all, repeat our question. That is log 16 base 2, log 16 base 2 equal to what? X. Now, this particular log question doesn't have, you don't use logarithm law to solve it. The only thing you have to do is to say, just watch the procedure. 2 raised to power of x equal to 16. 2 raised to the power of x equal to 16. So what do we have? We said 2 raised to the power of x equal to what? 16. So what would this imply? This would be 2 raised to the power of x equal to, if you break 16 down to base 2, breaking something down to base 2 means 2 raised to power what will give you 16. So that's what I mean, break 16 down to base 2. So 2 raised to power 4 will give me 16. So if you watch here, these 2 can cancel out these 2. We have that what? X is equal to what? 4. So this is the answer for this particular question. Then we have the third one. So number 3, we have log pi square of 1 over pi. So what would this be? This will be equal to, now we're asked to evaluate. Remember, we are asked to evaluate this. We are not asked to solve. Evaluate means bring down to the lowest term. Now, if you watch this 1 over pi is the same thing as saying pi raised to power minus 1. So what we have is what? Log pi square and pi raised to power what? Minus 1. This is carrying power law and also power of the base. So in power law, this power will have to come to the front of the log. If minus 1 comes to the front, we have minus 1 log what now? Log pi square, and we have pi. So this is pi square. So this 2 now is power of the base. Remember I said if the power of the base comes to the front of the log, it will become the reciprocal of itself. That's 1 over the number. So if these 2 come to the front of the log, it becomes 1 over 2. So what we have now is what? Is equal to minus 1 times, when these 2 come to the front of the log, it becomes 1 over 2. Then we have what? Log pi. And log of the same base is 1. So what do we have here? Let me finish up at this side. So what do we have here? This is equal to what? Minus 1 times 1 over 2. Log pi is 1. So what do we have? minus 1 times 1 over 2 times 1. This is multiplication. So if you multiply everything, you have minus 1 over 2. So this is what we have for this particular question. Remember, we used power law and power of the base. We first of all applied power law. The power came to the front of the log, and then the power of the base became a reciprocal and came to the front of the log. Then we're now left with log pi pi. So this is it for this particular question. So try out these ones. This number 3 and this number 5. Now this number 5 is similar with this number 4. So try it out. I will also solve it and snap and post to the platform. So thank you for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, and share to your friends. Thank you very much.